My name is Ferdinand Omanyala, the African record holder in 100 meters.
Omanyala of Kenya in 5. Really good start from Bromell in the white vest. Bromell snatched a foot out of the field there. Gatlin trying to go with him, and on the near side, Omanyala. Omanyala trying desperately to come back to him. Just misses out there by a few inches.
Well, I'm really interested to see the time in second place for the Kenyan athlete, Omanyala. We already know he's the first Kenyan athlete to ever break 10 seconds.
And I'm glad that this year turned out the way it turned out. And people have seen this year. It's been a journey. It's been years of sleepless nights, years of early mornings. Because I remember I started in 2016. That's when I started my athletics career. And it's been hard because, you know, in Kenya, people don't believe sprinters can, there are sprinters in Kenya. So when you tell someone that you're doing sprinting, then it's different, it's difficult, because they'll tell you, in Kenya, the only thing we know is long and middle distance. So there was no much support then. And I remember I used to play rugby. I played rugby in high school, Form 3 and Form 4, in French school Kamsinga. And then I was called to join University of Nairobi. So I joined University of Nairobi Chiromo campus to partake Bachelor of Science in Chemistry. So in that, before I came to Nairobi, I was called to play for the Kenya Under-27 team, and because I was a good winger in high school. So when I came to Nairobi, the trials never happened, and so I went to stay with one of my relatives. So in September, I joined University of Nairobi, and then I joined Min Machine. But then Kenya Cup was a bit hard because you know, the knocks there they were bad. So the first training session I joined there, I said I can't make it here. So I went to a lower level, championship level. I joined Mount Kenya University Stingers. They were training at railways. So there is where I found one of the guys told me, I have so much speed, so I should try athletics. So I joined, I went to the internet, I downloaded the calendar of events for the 2016-2017 season. And then I saw, I was even surprised because I've never even heard of sprints events in Kenya. So I got the calendar and then I looked at it and I said, let me now hustle so that I can go and run in Mumias. The first event was in Mumias. So I called my dad and then I told him to buy me some spikes. And he came in handy because he's been supportive all along. He's been supporting me so much in my career, not just education. He's been paying my fees, but also he's been supporting because he used to be a sprinter before. So he used to compete in JQuat. He was in JQuat, but he loved football and books more, so he did not take it professionally. But yeah, he's the one who bought me my first ever spikes. He sent me around 5,000 shillings. I went to Gikomba Market. I got some spikes and some training gear. And then I went to Mumias. And then after Mumias, I got a win. And then I've been building up on that. So since then, my confidence has been rising and rising and rising. It's been a journey since 2016. And then, yeah, my girlfriend Laventa, she came into my life before people knew me. I remember we met in one of the sporting events, and then the journey just began. We began by being friends, and then we grew up together. I shared with her my dreams, and she believed in me. She's the person who has been believing me since. She's been my support system, because if you come home, and you find peace of mind, the only thing you need to do is rest and prepare for the next training session. That's what an athlete needs, and that's what I got from her. And she's been supportive even financially because she was working then, I was not working. The only thing I was doing was training. And training doesn't pay in Kenya because nobody will pay you to train for something that they're not seeing.
Well, he will be. And I'll tell you what, it will have been an African record. Omanyala, very powerful in the little white socks there, coming through. What a mid-race from him.
Long distance and middle distance is like an industry in Kenya because now it's paying a lot of people. So in Kenya, there's no industry in sprints. I'm the only guy who is sprinting well professionally in world-class level right now. So that's why I want to bring that industrialization on sprints in Kenya. So it's hard for a sprinter to train, to eat, and to have that balanced diet. So that's the most important, that's the most difficult challenge I had. But then through the training, I believed in myself. People around me believed in me, and they kept on supporting and encouraging me to wake up every day to go for training and to improve on my skills. So Laventa has been part of this. She's been very supportive, and I thank God for her, because that's like a gift. It's like an angel that was sent. My biggest motivation was when I get to training and I'm better than I was yesterday. You get to training and I mean, you know, for me, when I go to training, I always forget about everything. When you're training, that's all your mind is fixed on that training session. So even if you're going through hard times, the only thing you're thinking about when you're training is training, because you only have 2 hours. So I realized I was getting better every day. I could come, train, forget about everything, get better than I was yesterday. That was one of the biggest motivations. And then also now I have a son, of which I don't want him to live a life that I lived. I want him to get a better life. So that's another motivation that I was having. I wanted to push myself in training to run those fast times, because I believed when I ran the fast times, every other thing will come through. So that was another big motivation. I joined athletics 2016. In 2017 now, people knew that Omanyala was here. So I remember I had a back problem in 2017, and I went to hospital. I got treated, but then we got to this clinic, and the doctor told us the back problem that you have is not that a big issue. I have a painkiller that I'll give you. So yeah, we went, and she gave us, she prescribed the medicine, she gave me the injection. So the following week we were having the national championships. So I went and competed, though I did not perform at my best because of the back issue, because the side effects of the painkiller was a bit strong. But then I was tested and the results came back positive, and yeah, I was banned for 14 months because I did not declare that painkiller on the form, because I assumed that was negligent on my part. But it was an experience that was building me up for all this that's happening this year, because it made me stronger. I used to go to training, like you're just going to training, you don't have anything to look forward to. The only thing you're doing is train. So I wanted to train so much so that when the 14 months are over, I wanted to come back even stronger. But yeah, it did. I came back strong. I remember in 2019 is when I started running national records, and it's been like that since, up to where we are today. So what I'm doing now is I'm really taking care of myself, because the level that I am now, I can't mess up even a bit, because I need to work hard. I don't eat anywhere. I buy my own food. I eat food in the house. So I don't take any painkillers or any drugs, except the one that I'm prescribed by my doctor. I have a personal doctor who is also my personal physiotherapist. So she tells me everything that I need to take and not to take. So that's sorted. So that's what I'm doing too, because it's an experience that you'll never want to go back in. It's a very bad experience. One thing that I've learned this year is competition is the best training, because if you compete frequently, you get to correct the mistakes that you could not have corrected if you just do it in training.
Bromell, the fastest time in the world this year, 9.75 to Omanyala's 9.76. That is an astonishing.
This year has been a year of records. I've been breaking records since January. I remember I ran the 10.11 in Nyayo Stadium, but that was wind aided. But then after that I went to Nigeria, ran 10.01. So it's been breaking since. And I came and ran 9.77, which was the African record, the 8th fastest time all time in the world. So that's a big stepping stone as far as my career is concerned. So my next target is just to break records, to go and compete internationally, to go for these championships that I've qualified for in the next year. And I'm going to break records, be it a national record, a stadium record, Olympic record, world record. That's what I'm working towards. So as I begin and I pick up this season, that's what I'm targeting, the records.